Next thing I know, I'm jumping out a shorty window in front of a bus stop full of people, son.
Yo, y'all should do a podcast for real.
Yo, but like, what would we call the podcast though?
Boy, I don't even know, but it got to be something that represents us. Look, man. So here's the thing. All right. What's good, fellas?
What's going on? What's
good? What it look like? We back for another one of them things.
28 out here.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to take this time to welcome everybody to the So Here's the Thing podcast. Know what I'm saying? Want you to go on and hit that like button, subscribe. Know what I mean? Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, sir.
How y'all niggas doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Had a good weekend, all of that. Shout out to my brother Josh, man. Congratulations on your engagement again.
Oh yeah, congrats. I saw that shit.
Congrats.
Yeah, let us see it.
Know what I mean? Sorry for your loss and shit.
Okay.
So how you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, man. Chilling, man. Going through life every day.
I feel you. Straight here on my end. JP, you straight? Before we get started, I wanted to ask y'all niggas this shit, right? And it's going to take a left turn, but don't look into it. If we all chilling one day, right? And not our current female friends, but just some random female friends that we messing around with, right? And yours go, y'all, out of all your friends, you got the biggest dick. How you responding?
Son, we just started that. like these mics just came on.
Yo. Son is wild.
I just wanted a real raw answer. I ain't got nothing to do with what we talk about today. I just wanted to know.
Let me ask you
what
this
y'all
question.
would do.
Let me ask you this question. How do I word this? So she said my shit bigger than all my men's.
Yeah. She said out of all your friends, your shit the biggest.
And that's the one he's dealing with.
For that day.
Did I know that she also smashed my other men's? Because that is a question I have now.
Too many questions.
I feel like now I just found out some things that I didn't know.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna say thank you and keep it pushing.
Son, I'm with Dre on that. Like, you just gotta take the compliment and just keep it pushing at this point.
Alright, man. I'm not gonna be with that.
Cause you can't accuse her of lying your mans, cause clearly her two friends are lying your mans. So they might have just shared information.
Facts, yeah.
True.
Can't go out assuming, but
True. Anyway, that aside, that's my little icebreaker. Get the rust off our shit. We ain't been
There
here
was
2
so
weeks.
many things you could have started with.
Nah, that shit. So there's mad little questions I got, but I'm gonna save them shits. Anyway, on a serious note, I've been listening to, you know what I mean, in preparation for certain topics. I've been talking to people and listening to certain people talk, and I ran across this podcast from one of my homeboys from high school that he got with his queen. It's called the Trill Elevation podcast. My
Shout
homeboy
out.
Chris. Yeah, shout out to them, because I did speak to them. I tried to get them on here today, but I think Slime said he had to work or some unusual shit. But the topic that him and his queen was talking about was losing your identity.
That's
right?
deep.
Yeah. And I thought it was kind of cool to hear the perspective between a couple talking about that. I mean, they, of course, went into their own little nuances of their relationship and how they felt. But the beauty of that topic is I got two niggas that I could speak to in a vulnerable way. So I could ask y'all some questions that, I mean, more or less align with how we think. And I was talking to a few females and they was like, yo, I'm interested to hear how y'all view certain things. So I'm going to just give it to you as raw as possible. Like, ain't no real cut to it. What do you think about people that lose their identity in relationships? And like specifically for relationships, like you do so many things to appease somebody and basically try to like win their favor that you end up losing yourself at the end of the day.
I mean, that's such a deep, nuanced topic, what the crazy part is, like I know quite a few people about like that. Like for a long time, I had like this female best friend, and our relationship we still cool, but and our relationship was always solid. But every time she got a boyfriend, I'm not gonna say our relationship stopped, but like she's one of those females that get a boyfriend and no other nigga matter, which I respect in a way. But if I'm not on that energy with you and we always cool, like I always hated the fact that like, we would be wild cool, we tight, we chill, we hang out every day, we talk every other day, whatever. She get a boyfriend, I don't hear from her, like literally it'll start like I don't hear from her for a couple weeks, then I don't hear from her for a month, until all the fuck shit happened, they break up, and now it's you want to talk to me every day because you want to cry about your bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm the type of nigga, like if I'm a friend with a female, like I have no problem respecting the fact that, you know, you got a relationship. I'm not gonna call you no late nights. I ain't gonna be talking crazy. You like, we just chill. But I feel like there's a difference between respecting a relationship and just being consumed by it.
Mm-hmm. Where you at, Dre?
I agree with two. I've had several friends in the past that, you know, I think it's common with a lot of people that are in a relationship because, again, you spend a lot of time with that person. You spend a lot of time, you know, trying to make them happy, you know, trying to please them. That's essentially what a relationship can turn into sometimes. And even I'm guilty of it in, like, past relationships and stuff like that. But, you know, growing up and going through the relationships, I started to, like, pinpoint and notice that I was doing certain things I wasn't really you know, treating my friends the same and stuff like that, and not purposely, but you know, you just be so engulfed in the relationship again that sometimes your friends could take the back burner a little bit. But I feel like in a relationship you should always stay true to yourself and try not to lose your identity. Like you could still stay true to yourself and still try to please your partner at the same time. So you just got to keep that in mind, but it can be difficult.
So, and like not to cut you off, but it ain't even just about that friend shit, like losing your friends. Like you could lose yourself in a way to where you just doing shit that you never, like that was never you before. Like that was never you. Mm-hmm. And now because you're in your mind, this relationship means so much to you, you willing to bend and fold on certain things that was like part of your morals. Mm-hmm. And like that shit put like this, ain't nothing wrong with that if you gonna be with that person, but I can speak for me. I've been in a situation where I folded on shit that I would have never folded on before, or I never would have accepted, or I never would have tried to be accommodating about, and shit still ain't work out, and I just felt like, damn, what the fuck I did that for? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but I also believe in like evolution and developing as a person. So I feel like when you get in a relationship, sometimes yes, your identity may change, but it may be for the good. You may be doing it purposely because you want to get to a certain point. You want to get to, you know, just a certain point. So it could sometimes benefit you, but sometimes it could also be negative. But
yeah. So the conversation they was having was more like along those lines, like the things you do to grab a female. Like, you know, we talked about it before on some other episode where we was like, we sending our oh no, that was the same episode with the Diary of MR. Shout out to her too, by the way.
Always
shout out Mel.
We was talking about you sending your representative in place of you for that situation, and then as time go by, your true self, you know what I mean, sort of emerge.
Yeah.
So when I bring it up to people, they were like, basically they were saying like a lot of men basically fall into that trap because they trying to prove something that they not majority of the times, and then the longevity of the relationship tend to like expose the true colors. And majority of the times men aren't really that sincere, because like you may be after some shorty for, let's say, sex, right? You after it, so you doing whatever it take to get that. Know what I mean? Then you get that shit. If it's fire and you know what I mean, want some more of that, you continue in that bubble. Like you play that nice guy role just a little bit. Some people cut back, but for the most part, you keep up that persona just to grab that. Mm-hmm. But then by the time you realize, that's how you end up with a bitter baby moms type shit. Because now the intention from rip was different. You feel me? Like you started off with this particular mind frame. Like, yeah, this is why I'm going after that. Mm-hmm. Then you get with it, and then you realize by the time you wake up and you snap out that trance, it's like you in some shit. Mm-hmm. Because remember, I was talking to Shorty today, and she was like, yo, majority of the times, females go through that because they, out of fear of losing a guy, out of fear of not being adequate enough for the relationship, not like mad shit. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to ask, like for me, I've been through it before. Like I remember during my Target days, I started like falling for a shorty that on a regular day would never even be a conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I started sidestepping certain situations, certain irregularities in my life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas joke all the time about sending them bread. Like I started sidestepping a lot of those rumors just to continue the persona. Mm-hmm. And albeit you really like by the end of it you realize like, yo, I was in some deep shit. Mm-hmm. You ever had that?
Not that deep. I won't go that deep. I will say like in college, when in my current relationship now, who I'm with now, in college, I didn't smoke, I ain't drink, I ain't do nothing.
Don't say she drove you to drink and smoke on the podcast. Drink, please don't go there today.
I ain't do none of that, but you know, other people around me, and including her, they were into that type of stuff, and that was the crowd that I was hanging with at the time. So I found myself, you know, starting to dibble and dabble with it. Oh, this what y'all doing? Oh, you know, I take a hit. Next thing you know, we smoking every day, burning it down. And I went to class the next day in the morning time. Everybody like, yo, why your eyes look like that? Like, you not yourself. Like, you not really answering questions and stuff like that. And it was really all just to, like, you know, not to try to please her, but it was just something that she was into. So I was like, you know what, let me... You
did what you needed to do to make sure you could be around her.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not that deep where I felt like I was putting myself in a hole, but you know, you start doing things that are out of character. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But now I smoke every day willingly. So, but
you ever did that financially? Like you ever put yourself in a hole? I mean, we all have, but you ever did it to where you like was fucked up behind chasing after a shorty, trying to maintain a relationship?
Yes. For me, yes.
Nah, not really. Honestly, not really.
And I don't want to say fucked up because I was like chasing behind her, but I was just personally, looking back at it, I feel like I was doing too much to maintain something that wasn't necessarily worth it.
When do you realize that it's not worth it though?
When shit just ain't the same no more. Well, to answer your original question, like here's my thing with that whole like niggas sending a representative initially when they meet women part. You right, a lot of dudes do use that in a negative light, in the sense of like, oh, I'm gonna put my best foot forward and show the best version of me and ain't gonna let her see the real me. Mm. But then you also gotta look at the fact that there's sometimes where, and I've been in this scenario, so I know, like where it's just you at a point in your life where you're trying to change.
Right.
So granted, that may not be you showing, but you showing the you that you want to be with this person. Because you're trying to actually become that person. Will you be successful in it is a different story. But I don't know. But what was the second thing you was asking me? I don't know.
The financial thing. If you ever like found yourself in
how I know I wasn't worth it?
Yeah.
You don't know it's worth it till it just ain't the same no more.
Yeah, once you see all the bullshit like piling, you really see like who a person really is after time. Facts. And stuff like that. That's when you realize like I did all of this shit for nothing.
I knew it wasn't worth it no more when I started thinking about it. Cause before, like I would do shit for shorty, and it would just be off the love. Like,
Yeah.
yo, you my shorty. Like, it is what it is. Like, I would go above and beyond, no problem. But when I starting to have to like think about it, like, why the fuck I'm doing this? Or like, damn, she need this again. Like, when those type of thoughts start coming in my head, that's how I started to realize, like, me and her ain't solid enough for me to feel like this is just normal.
Alright. So, you ever so wrapped up in a trance that you stayed in a relationship past its due point? Like, you know the relationship is over. She know the relationship is over. But it's something keeping y'all back. Albeit maybe sex, maybe money, maybe just security, maybe a crib.
Niggas be homeless.
Like, past the point where you like, yo, I know I should get the fuck up out of this relationship. Nothing good can come of this relationship.
That's been my last 4 relationships.
You been out. Like, you knew you should have been gone before
Yes.
before you actually left.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
you ever been in that situation?
Yeah,
Why
same.
At least felt like that?
Yeah, same. Now my last relationship also. I've been knew like it was over. It had ran its course, but it was always comfortability for me. Well, in that past relationship, it was just comfortability. It was just that's what I was used to. So I was used to her bullshit and all of that, and I was just willing to just keep dealing with it. But I knew in my head eventually this is gonna end, but I just don't know how.
How do you deal with that shit, knowing that something is on a road, on a path to complete and utter destruction, but the ride down is so lit you don't want to get off?
Mm-hmm. It's all. I mean, it really all depends on how like you view the situation, how you really feel. But like in that case, whereas I was saying I knew it was done, but I was just still riding it out. I would still ride it out, but I would like drop hints like here and there that like I'm kind of like stepping out the door type of thing. Like I was more so trying to make her say it. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I wanted her to end it. But so I would just do mad dumb shit. I would act like an asshole.
Jermaine special.
Yeah. Ordered that the still special, but yeah, I would do that. I would just act like an asshole, act real out of character, but it's like she wasn't picking up on it. So
how you ended up ending that?
she ended it.
Oh,
It worked, but it just took a long
longer time than you wanted?
time. Yeah.
Listen, man. Sometimes them shits ain't that easy. Like as you know, like my last situation, that shit is at its wit's end at this point, and the shit probably only lasted this long due to there being like kids involved and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the shit hard to think about, because it's like, damn, you done spent so much time, effort, and energy into trying to make this shit work, or trying to fix it, or trying to get you and that person in a spot where y'all can at least have something, just to feel like. And again, this is not a blame her, it's blame everybody, because on both parties,
yeah, y'all both contribute to
too
it.
much damage was done on both sides, and it just is what it is now. And I feel like both of us could have walked away a while ago.
Right.
Probably should have walked away a while ago.
And it'd have been still safe.
Yeah, but the fact that there was like kids involved and all that other shit is like, it's hard to do that.
Speaking of kids involved, you ever knew that you should be out this relationship, but there's something there aside from what I said before that's keeping you in, but it's something there that you go, maybe this shit collapse. Like, for me, I've had that feeling before. You feel me? I've had that feeling where I'm like, yo, this shit is over. Ain't nothing good coming from this. Like, she wants something I don't want. But then we got past that shit for some odd reason. I don't know what it was. But like, I heard a quote the other day from a pastor. He said that you could lose trust by a bucket load, but to fill it back up, it takes drops. Like one.
That's true shit.
Yeah. So you feel me? So it's like, I knew, like, I stepped out or whatever the case may be. She gonna be a little aggy for a while, because every argument we got is gonna stem from this. And so I'm like, yo, probably the right thing for me to do is leave. But then part of me is just like, yo, maybe if I be a real good dude or do right by her, maybe this will turn around. And I personally think it's a 50-50 chance, because sometimes it does, sometimes it get worse.
Absolutely. That's the part niggas always forget, that sometimes even the attempt to try and fix it and prolonging it makes it worse.
Yeah, because then it could go, because of those insecurities, you could then go from straight heated, passionate arguments to physical shit. Because now y'all resenting each other on a deep way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Slime was talking about when he was talking on his shit. He was just like, yo, you get so mad at your baby moms or somebody that you know what I mean, heart to heart with, that you end up, like, the only way for you to ease that shit is you want to put hands on them. And I'm saying this not condoning physical domestic violence. I'm saying, like, as far as women too. Like, a women would get so mad they start crying and just start wilding out type shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I'm gonna answer this shit. Y'all think social media plays a part in the losing the identity in your relationship?
Absolutely. Because
Like,
everybody, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like everybody to a degree people who are heavy in that social media shit care too much about their appearance on social media. Mm-hmm. So even though they relationship could be in shambles, they are still fronting for the gram or for Facebook or for whatever to look happy. And doing those things instead of doing the work to fix your relationship is damaging. Like, you so wrapped up in not just your relationship, but making sure your relationship as a whole looks a certain way, that you don't even realize that you need to work on shit to fix your relationship. Like, it's crazy.
See, that's why I don't post my relationship on social media. And people ask me all the time, like, why you don't post? Are you still in a relationship? Yes, we're still in a relationship, but I like to live a very private life. I don't like to, I don't want to put things on there for people to start interpreting, because you could put one thing and a million stories is gonna come up.
Put the podcast on there so they can interpret that.
See, I don't be on that shit, but yeah, I did, I agree with two people that put their relationship on Instagram and all of that. It's like they're trying to, they put up this facade like most of the time, and it's not something that really interests me. So
yeah, I don't. Me personally, it's just like, it's your social media, so you post whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to express yourself, you do. I don't think anyone should have an obligation to do something on their social platform. Like, I've had countless arguments with my paramour where it's like we arguing about, the exact quote would be, I don't want to be hidden. You feel me? I don't want to be a secret girlfriend. And I'm like, how you a secret girlfriend if I don't ever post any girls?
He not hiding his girl from the world. He hiding his he hiding the world, the girl from his whatever.
The world from my girl.
But either way,
it's just like yo, I don't post these things for you. First off, I've been told y'all back in like episode 3, none of my girlfriends follow me on Instagram. And I said that just now.
Concurrently,
like
say concurrently. Like, don't say it as if they all exist at once.
Word.
That clip would have had this nigga in a whole fight later.
Saved.
Word. But nah. They don't though. But anyway, where I was going? Oh yeah. So they don't follow me on social media for that particular reasons, along with the other shit, like me being jealous and all that other shit.
Yeah.
But I don't do that because it's like, I don't do this shit for you. Like, I do this shit. If I post a shorty, it's just like, yo, I felt that picture. I like the picture, or I'm feeling you at the moment. If me and you always beefing, you think posting you is on my mind? That goes with what you said, making the appearance like the relationship is in a great peachy spot when it's like nowhere near that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't understand. You was gonna say something too?
Nah, what I was going to say about that is my whole thing on that. Again, I think we talked about this before, but I don't even post me. So don't argue with me about not posting you. But I had this conversation with a girl recently. Like because we in the stage of getting to know each other, talking, and whatever, however you want to word it. And she's like, so how you feel about posting each other? And I was like, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. I'm not going to post you because I don't post me. If you go on my you go on my Instagram page, it's the podcast. Maybe my kids, but never me. If you want to post me, that's cool. But I'm not expecting you to, so don't expect me to.
Or don't post me because you think that's gonna make me post you.
Oh, don't do that with that in your mind at all. But I also feel like at the end of the day, where a lot of niggas fuck up, unlike how we didn't, I communicate that from the gate.
Right.
I communicate that during this talking phase, so she is well aware of where I stand on this. And I always make it clear. And funny enough, I had a conversation with one of my exes recently, like probably a couple days ago, about the same thing. And she straight said it, like, at least when I was with you, I know how you are about social media, but you never made me feel like you was hiding me. Mm-hmm. Because if I did want to snap a picture or whatever, you never was like, oh no, I can't have my face in the, shit like that.
Yeah.
She was like, you was never like that. And I was like, no, because I don't really care. I'm not going to post because I don't post on social media. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to like front like you not my girl. That's weird. And that's why I feel like a lot of niggas fuck up because they try and do that shit like, like they'll really be like on some like ducking and dodging like pictures with their girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's some weird shit when that's your girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not so weird when that's your second girl.
It's definitely not weird when it's your third.
Yeah, like the higher the number go, the more acceptable it is to be hiding. You know what I'm saying? But like, one more thing. I think I might have some people call in a little bit to people that I know have some situations that should be shared about. But I was talking to a coworker of mine, and she was talking about how a lot of this shit is taught, in some directly and some indirectly. Like how we were taught to love is not the ideal way of love. You feel me? So we end up doing these things, and we end up losing ourselves. Like my boy Young Sir, shout out to my boy Sir.
Shout out Mike.
He got one of the hardest shits I ever heard in my life. The nigga said we hide all the things we ashamed to say, so we lose ourselves in the games we play. I'm like, yo. Mm-hmm. Cause it's like
That's a bar.
Real shit though. You feel me? It's like, yo, you really be like, and not just relationships. You tiptoe around some of your own homies.
Yeah.
You tiptoe around some of your family members, like, and that shit just passed down generation to generation. Like, yo, like what you said in the earlier podcast, call back to a podcast. You was like, yo, that nigga just crazy, and we just let it go. Like, nah, the fuck. This nigga's in the middle of the street wilding. They're just gonna let this shit happen? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga just stole mad bread from somebody. We just gonna let that shit happen? You feel me? Well, we just let it go, and we hiding everything, and by the time we turn around, you can't even trust yourself type shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how you supposed to move. You feel me?
Nah. Yeah, stay true to yourself. I mean, my grandmother, what she always says to me is love yourself first. So that just goes with everything. Just, always putting yourself first, staying true to your beliefs, staying true to your morals. And again, it's okay to try to accommodate somebody else, but just make sure you don't lose yourself in the process. It's going to be very hard to get yourself back once you do that.
To touch on what you said, like, about that whole, like, the way we were taught to love ain't the ideal way. The concept of the ideal way to love, I don't believe in that. Mm-hmm. Only because everybody love different.
Right.
Everybody show love different. Everybody, and what I will agree with you on is everything is learned. Like, I can speak for myself. I always speak for me. I didn't grow up in a household where like my moms wasn't the I love you type moms.
Right.
Not to say that my moms don't love me. I know my moms love me to death. But my mom would not verbally say, like, I could count on one hand how many times my mom just said she loved me for no reason.
Yeah, you remember that story you told, not to cut you off, when she let you just sit on a train for a couple hours?
Oh, my dumb ass tried to run away with school books. I don't know where the fuck I was going.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Your mom, you could count on one hand.
Oh yeah, but I could count on one hand how many times she said, but that's not my mom's. She's not that type. She never grew up hearing that, so she's not. But because of that, I'm the way I show love is by doing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the type of nigga, like, if I hear you going through some shit, or I hear you need some shit, or I hear you want some shit, I'll go out my way to make sure it happen. And that's me. That's how I show love. Mm-hmm. And to some people, they cool with that. They like, yeah, that's great. But to the other people, they like, I don't need none of this from you. I need to feel that. I need you to show. I need you to say it. So it's like, it's really all about you, and also learning who your partner is. Because you got to figure out what they call it, love language is.
Yeah.
And what your love language is. And, you know, try to find a compromise on both.
You think, because you got a daughter, right?
Right.
You think that way that that mind state that you in, albeit it ain't really much you could do about it, because that's how you came up. So that's embedded in your DNA on how to move, right? Mm-hmm. Would you want a different outcome for your offspring?
Absolutely. But that's why I do, like, my stance on, like, doing shit, I'm the same way. I low key kind of just spoil my kids. Like, I'll get them whatever the fuck they want. But what I do is, every time I talk to my daughter, unlike my mom's, every time I talk to my daughter, every single time we have a conversation, I make sure I say I love you. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna ask. If you, like, because she wasn't the I love you kind of moms, do you then in like turn around and show that affection that?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm still struggling with it, and I'm trying to be better as a person with it, because I'm not the most affectionate person with my daughter.
Right.
Like, I'm not the hang out. I'm not the, like, I'm gonna sit and hug and kiss you. I'm not gonna do all of that.
Right.
But what I will do is what I think I needed and I wanted to hear as I got older, which was, I want to at least hear I love you. So I make sure every single time I talk to my daughter, I tell her I love her.
Yeah, I'm like that with my
Whether
son
we texting or she call me or she FaceTime me, or if I go see her, like, I make sure I just tell her I love her.
Yeah, I'm like that with my boy too. Like, the way I came up was for no reason, bro. We too hard for no reason. You feel me? Like, niggas be doing like, you know how people talk about me at work, like how I got this, like, look.
Yeah, everybody at work think he a thug.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, I'm really like, but, you know what I'm saying? A cool ass dude, but it's just like,
you could be a cool thug.
Well, that's true too, but I'm just saying, like, the perception, you feel me? Like, that's why I'm like, if you see me around my kid, bro, I'm like the most dumbest looking adult, bro. I'm the jiggliest. I'm picking him up, doing all type of wild shit. Like, all that shit I never got. Because my upbringing was straight stern and, like, straight discipline. Like, that's how I was raised. You feel me? Like, yo, you gotta get up at this time, go catch the chickens, or go move the eggs. Look for the chickens that you gonna catch when you come home, so we could cook those. I mean, kill them.
So his life in Barbados, son. Every time he talk about it, son, I was like, son.
I had the opposite. My mother, they grew up, you know, saying I love you every 5 seconds, kissing each other, you know, showing affection. So, I mean, that's where I get it from. I'm like that with my girlfriend. I'm like that with my friends, my brothers, all of that. So, like,
even that, not to cut you off, Dre, but even when you tell your friends you love them, it's just like, they look at you like, the fuck?
Yeah, like you weird. Like,
my nigga, I love you, bro. Language, I knew you for fucking 15 years.
Word.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The first time this nigga was like, yeah, bro, yo, I love you, bro, I was like, fuck are you talking about?
Nigga, I knew you for 15 fucking years. Just imagine that. Imagine that, bro.
Like, I said it back, but I was wild uncomfortable.
Niggas
Niggas
can't even say they love you to their mans, bro.
But what I will say through in time,
I shot niggas with you. The
fuck? Like, in time, that has like become a thing now. Like, I low key to my boys, like, not all the time, but at least like once a week in one of our conversations, I try to say that shit. Like, yo, love you like even if I don't say I love you, I be like, yo, love you like a brother, my nigga. Like some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I can't just say I love you to a nigga. It's
Yo,
weird.
some niggas, bro, you could just feel that shit hurt they balls to say it back, bro. It's just like, bro, we committed crimes together.
Yeah,
I love you, man.
son. I always gotta change. I be like, yo, love you like a brother, my nigga. Yo, I got mad love for you, my G. Like, I can't just be like, yo, I love you, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. If I initiate it, I'm cool. When I hear it first, I'll be like, what word, bro? Love you too. Because they always catch me off guard, but that's not how it should be, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Especially like with us, we got years in. You know what I mean? Like my son seen this girl in the park the other day and called her his best friend. I was like, nah, you tripping. I'm gonna teach you the way in a couple of years. But for us, nigga, we been through a lot, bro. Like we ain't supposed to be here on some G shit.
Yeah, I think
that's
I
real
think,
shit.
Funny thing is, I think it happened with us one day. Cause like again, I said I do with like all my friends. I think I told y'all one day we was outside, like y'all love y'all. We was dipping or something.
Yeah, we looked
and
at
then
you.
everybody, y'all made a face. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I was like, yeah.
But that's why I brought it up,
Alright,
because it's
bro.
like, bro, all right, man. Like Dre, I just met you in the last 4, but
Yeah,
we been through a lot in that last
Already,
4.
yeah,
Know what
already.
I mean, we done saved each other lives from alcohol poisoning, all type of wild shit.
yeah.
Me and 2 got
Y'all got history. I know.
beyond that. You feel me? Like JP2 is just like, all right, my nigga, I love you, bro. We ain't gotta hug and do all the other
Yeah,
shit. but
none of the extra shit, but you know.
it's just like, I'm just like, yo. Well, like
Yeah,
I said,
but I
was
think that is a good thing to like we should promote. Like dudes should be able to just say that. Like even if it ain't like the straight up way, like it shouldn't be nothing wrong with saying I love you to niggas you really got love for.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm about to have, yeah, shit, right on time. My nigga Cheeto calling. Let's answer that. Yo,
What's good, bro? What's going on?
ain't shit, my brother. We got your boy Cheeto in here on the So Here's the Thing podcast.
My
going
boy
on?
Cheeto was popping with you, baby.
What's up, fellas? I appreciate you guys for inviting me on, or should I say back on.
Always,
Word,
man.
facts. Yo,
Feels
so
good to be back.
we talking about losing your identity and basically like being in relationships that, well, we talked about mad shit, but that's the point. Losing your identity and being in a relationship that you know you shouldn't be in anymore, or past its breaking point. So I just wanted to see if you got some insight on that, a relationship or something you want to talk about.
Actually, I do. So you want me to speak about a situation I personally had, or just give you some like mixed insight from different situations I've been in?
Give us a little bit of both, bro. Give us a little bit of both.
But really personal, bro, because, you know what I mean? It's you.
Got you. So as far as like for the whole losing identity, and this is as far as for me losing my identity, or for
Like
the woman.
you find out that you're not yourself in a relationship no more. Like by the time you realize you already stuck in the trance and you know what I mean, you out of it.
All right, perfect one. So, a couple of years ago, I met this girl, and it's crazy because she hired me, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So she hired me, and we ended up dating. Yeah, we gonna go there.
I ain't think you was gonna go there, bro. But all right.
You said something personal, so I'm being real, you know. So she hired me, and I was, you know, sometimes you think like somebody is like way out of your league, and you do think that you have to be someone else to be with that person.
Mm-hmm.
So what ended up happening was, you know, things were cool in the beginning, and then at the time she's like, "Yo, listen, I think you need to make more money." And I was like, "Damn, like, I don't think that just happens overnight." You know what I'm saying? And I was taking the proper steps to get there. You know, I'm busting my ass, and it wasn't fast enough for her. But it wasn't just that. It was like, I need you to eat a certain way, you know. And it wasn't like I wasn't eating unhealthy, but like, you know,
the most in
sometimes
shape
you're in the
nigga I
crib.
know. What the fuck?
Yeah, you want sometimes you're in the crib. You want to, I might not want to use a fork. I might not want to use a spoon. I might want to pick my steak up and just bite that shit. Or I'm not gonna cut a piece of chicken. And it was the job first. I was going for promotions at this job I was working at the time, and I was not getting the promotions, and I was like, damn, I value the relationship. And at the time, when you're younger, you don't really look. You just try and love is strong, so you just try and do whatever you can do to make it work. Thinking, we all think that, damn, this is going to be the last time we're going to meet somebody like this. So it got to a point where she was now like, yo, listen, you should dress like this. You should dress like that. And I'm like, damn, I got to dress all right. So I can't be, I can't dress comfortable now. I got to be a Carlton. It's, but whatever. And I remember I got really cool with her parents, and they had found out, I guess maybe she was smoking, she was smoking weed, and she blamed it on me. And it was yo, I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? First you got me, trying to dress different. You got me wanting that. You're trying to make me eat different. You're trying to make, or telling me to make more money, which is also helpful. But, you can't shame a person if you knew their situation prior to getting an engagement with them. And so she blamed me, and I was like, yo, she's basically what's going to end up happening is I realized that when she found the person who fit or met all of those points that she was trying to put on me, that it was pretty much, it will be over for me. So the best thing you can do is, be yourself and definitely keep your identity, because there is somebody out there who is or will appreciate you for exactly, who you are. It's simple as that. And that's my big takeaway from it is that, and for anyone out there listening, if a person is constantly trying to change you, there's only a matter of time before they meet someone who they don't have to change, who has or is everything they want them to be. So just be yourself, live in the moment, live. I don't strive for happiness. I'm more into, finding joy and whatever situations I may be in for, however long they last for. Things for me don't have to last a lifetime. I'll walk away with the memory and be perfectly fine. So, that was my, one of my past situations, I should say. What y'all think about that?
I mean, we was around for if this is a situation I'm thinking you talking about.
Yeah, we was there for that.
I was there for that.
I wasn't there for that.
but I'm glad you told this story, because every time I talk about you to any of my friends, any of my female friends, I always go, Walt is probably the best dude I know. And the reason why I say that is because
I appreciate that. Much love,
bruh, I see this dude take his shirt off and every female in the room flock him. And he will have a girl at home and be like, nah, I'm good. When he in a relationship, he is in that relationship.
Yeah, he not like you, Drake.
Yeah, you got the body like an action figure.
yo, Drake, what?
But I always, and
I
I feel like we especially at this age now, I feel like you gotta be proud of your friends that are really about they business, they career, but not only that, about their relationship. You don't want to be around a bunch of dog ass niggas growing up. You know what I'm saying? At this point in life, you want to have good guys around you who really on the same page you on trying to be in a sustainable situation. So I definitely appreciate you.
Word, Cheeto. I appreciate you, man. We about to soon wrap this thing up.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. It's a pleasure. And,
Facts. You got to get back up here, my guy. You got to get back up here.
Yeah, most
We
definitely,
gonna get
man.
with you about setting that up.
Perfect. Just let me know. Just give me some time out because I also want to bring a few things through for y'all.
Oh,
So
facts, man.
Yeah, just let me give me a little time, and once I get what I need to get, I'll come through, and I definitely bless the podcast, man.
Facts. We appreciate you, my G. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.
No, of course, I appreciate y'all too, man.
All right, bro. Be easy.
All right, thank you, y'all too. Take care. Enjoy your night.
Yeah, bro.
All right, fellas.
Yo, now that he said that, right? You ever had a situation where, and I'm about to have a shorty calling. Y'all ever had a situation where you like meet your girl's parents or some shit and you find out that she like portraying you as this whole next nigga?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, she had you as like the church boy?
Yeah.
She had you as a church boy?
I was for a little while. You gotta remember, I spent a lot of years in the church. Then I found a life of crime and steered away from that. But, put it like this: she met me at an early enough age that she had that image of me because she was around for that. And then when I diverted from that, she just tried to keep that image up to her parents because that's the image her parents had of me.
Yo, what's the craziest lie you ever found out somebody told on your behalf?
On my behalf?
Yeah. Like, you ain't there to represent yourself, but they went ahead and started fibbing a few stories.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like, that's a tough thing to think of off the top of my head. You got one? Like,
I'm thinking about one, but I can't say it right now.
okay.
But I can't say it right now.
Yeah, that's a good question. I can't think of nothing.
And I expect you to have that because you grew up in that type of environment where niggas come to the crib after school because ain't shit else to do in the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
So you feel me? What? Yeah, I was thinking about that shit. Shorty's supposed to be calling in a minute. But what else we gotta talk about?
Should be asking you that. Word.
I don't know if you could tell. He's really relying on this call.
Nah, it's not a reliant thing. Alright, I just didn't want to get into something, but we got it. You gotta be born.
Oh, you upgraded your phone.
Yo, this Stiz from the Soheresthething podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can you this Stiz you talking to? Like I said, you got my boy Dre, you got my boy 2 here.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, how you
Who
doing?
this?
It's Yolein. How are you guys doing?
It's who?
Yolein.
Yolein.
Yeah, I met her this morning too.
Hi, Yolein. Where you from?
Hi. Hi, guys.
Where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Just a little bit.
Alrighty. Well, I was raised and born in Brooklyn.
Absolutely. Okay.
Jesus, put me on the spot quickly there.
No, just a little bit. Like, where'd you go to school?
What part of Brooklyn you from,
What
Yolein?
part of Brooklyn?
I'm from Williamsburg.
Hey.
School, I did LaGuardia.
Okay.
Right now in the health industry.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll pursue that going forward.
That's what's up.
Alright, so like I said earlier, we just gonna get straight to the point.
Okay.
We talking about losing your identity in relationships, being in a relationship longer than you needed to be. I just wanted to know if you had any experiences or stories you would like to share with some people you just met for the first time.
Well, lucky for you, gentlemen. I'm actually kind of just experienced that. Ended a
so you
6-year
newly single, is what
relationship.
you saying?
I am.
Yeah, I had you in mind when I spoke to her earlier.
I just ended a 6-year relationship.
So you say you just got out of a relationship?
Yes, for 6 years, which
Oh,
should have
shit.
stayed ended 2 years ago.
Oh wow. So you had a 2-year layover.
Yes, I think that is exactly it.
So, all right, let me ask this question: When, at what point of that relationship did you, like, in your mind, know that it was over? And at what point, after knowing that, did you finally leave?
In my heart to heart, before COVID is what exposed it the most. I want to say last year, maybe September, I knew my relationship was done.
Okay.
What was the deciding factor though? Like
Easy to
September
say.
1st, you woke up and was like, nah, this nigga tripping.
No, it actually was after coming back from a lovely vacation, actually, for my birthday.
With homeboy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's fucked up. That's messed up.
You gonna let him spend all his bread?
Money on your birthday and then be like, yeah, it's over. What did he do?
I was riding with you until this.
We actually had gone to Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Holy shit! You took him to Hawaii. I mean, he took you to Hawaii.
Hawaii? I can't.
Yes,
take you to Hawaii.
and it was actually very beautiful. But coming back,
I bet.
whether we were busy or not, I felt some type of distance.
Ah, okay.
You sure he probably wasn't just thinking about his bank account being empty?
No. No, because we both although the birthday surprise was for me, shit was still held down between both of us, so no one's account ever went low.
He made you pay on your birthday?
How you pull that off?
No.
I'm riding with you again.
He did not make me pay for anything. I love to volunteer. It takes two. So there were certain things that I didn't mind paying for.
I like
I had you in mind when I spoke to her. But all right, so last September you had the deciding factor. What made you? It's October now, so that's a whole calendar year. Did you just break up with him like yesterday or some shit?
No, in April.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't that long. 6 months.
Yeah, but how? So what made it? If you knew your relationship was over in September, what made you stay till April?
In all honesty, due to what had happened in the past, I wanted to make sure it wasn't just me making scenarios in my head and holding on to the mistakes from the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure, is it me, or like, is something really going on, or is just I'm bugging and I'm thinking that things will never change. But that's also me being negative. So I decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna write it out until something actually pops up. That's a different story. But I was giving myself the benefit of the doubt. No, I'm wrong. You're just reliving in the past.
And then I'm assuming at some point, whatever your feelings were confirmed that you weren't living in the past, and even if it wasn't him doing the same things from the past, something was wrong and something was off.
Yes, correct.
And how was that breakup? Was it an easy breakup? Was it was it a, hey, I'm just not doing this anymore, I'm out? Was it like, you know, sometimes you have those breakups where you're like breaking up over like a course of a week? It's like, it's weird.
No, it was kind of dry, cold-hearted, and fast.
On your end or his?
On his.
Oh, you told him you was feeling away and he was like, all right, bye?
No, there was more to that, but I'll be honest. Since we got back together 2 years ago, I never went through his phone. And so, COVID, we're quarantined together. As I said, I suspected stuff. I actually chose to go through his phone, and everything was confirmed. One person that I actually decided to confront called him, waited till he was at work for him to be like, I'm sneaky, I shouldn't be going through his stuff, but did not even acknowledge the fact of everything I found out. But I was the one in the wrong for going through his phone.
Hold on. Did you say you went through his phone and you called him?
No, I called someone off his phone. One of the few.
Like one of the females?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why y'all do that.
All right, let me ask you.
Hold on. Before we go there, before you shame me, the reason I did, again, it was more than one. The reason I did this one in particular is because she was literally up under my nose being BFFs with me and asking me for advice on her marriage.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Oh, he was wild.
Everyone else, I did not even touch. I didn't bother, because at the end of the day, whoever you're with, it's them that you have to deal with, not who they added.
Yeah. I'm on your side.
What I'm gonna say is this though.
Yeah, we riding with you over here.
No, we riding with you, but I'm also gonna tell you you're wrong.
No, I am.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Personally, this is two talking. Remember my voice. Remember the sound of my voice. All right.
I
I personally don't believe in the whole going through people's phone because I'm a firm believer in you find what you looking for.
agreed.
So on that aspect, even though you felt how you felt personally, I wouldn't have went through his phone, but I understand your reasoning. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think you should have done that. Because at the end of the day, if there's no trust, you should have just left anyway. But he's very wrong for all the shit you found. Like, he's 1,000% wrong for all of that. Now, my question is, what would have happened if you went through his phone and you didn't find anything? Then what?
Well, if I wasn't feeling the way I was feeling, I would have never gone through his phone.
Okay, but let's say you were. Let's say you were feeling how you feeling and you found nothing. Then what?
What if he was more prepared? As in, like, what if he was more prepared? As in, the places that he know you would look, he had them somewhere else.
You know when you just know a person?
Okay.
It was 6 years. My mother always has a saying, whenever I used to get in trouble with or lie to her, when you were going, I already went and came back. That was the same situation with him and I. I already knew certain steps and it was just repetition. So that's why it was easy to catch on. Now, if I didn't find anything, and if I had gone through his phone and didn't find anything, it would have had me at ease. And I guess I would have felt stupid and never did it again.
Okay.
Wow. So, just to bring things full circle on what we was talking about, would you consider yourself in that relationship specifically? Did you feel like at any point you lost who you were in that relationship?
I definitely did. As much as I wouldn't want to admit it, but I did, because I always caught myself making sure he was good before I was. Whether it was anything in the household, anything outside, anything personal, I made sure I was good to a certain extent, but if I knew something was coming up or something had to take place, I always wanted to make sure he was good, and then I'll think of myself second.
Okay. All right.
Yo, we appreciate your candor and your honesty.
Yeah, I appreciate you for opening up to, like I said, 3 niggas you just met.
That's
cool.
a fact.
Nice to meet you.
If only this world would be honest, we can get through it so much easier.
I'm gonna be honest. We will be in touch.
Yo, what's your Instagram and shit so we could stay in touch with you?
It's xful XFUL _collision SOLLISION.
All right, well, appreciate you for tapping into the So Here's the Thing.
You may receive a notification. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you
received one just now. I'll tell you that right now.
No problem.
Go ahead and tell you that right now.
we appreciate the call. We appreciate the love. Like I said, tap in, tell your friends to tell a friend.
And hopefully eventually we can get you up here in person.
Yeah, facts. We right here in Brooklyn too, on the other side, Wyckoff, you feel me?
Hopefully I can
What's up?
get you
Not
up here
too
in person.
far.
Huh?
That's what's up. We're not too far from each other. We're neighbors.
Exactly.
Alrighty now.
All right, Yolein, nice to meet you. Thank you for calling in.
Of course.
All right. Sound like another one to me. I had her in mind when I spoke to her earlier, because I was giving her a little prep, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, we not really that bad. We just 3 dudes that talk about things that people say we don't talk about. And then I got the 411 on her, like I knew she had just broke up with Slime. So I said, yo, it just so happened that we got the segment coming up that she seemed perfectly
She seemed fitting.
she seemed perfectly fit for. So man, we
gonna push that through. We gonna push that through now.
Yeah,
we can make the call on that one.
Is she of Hispanic descent?
From the picture I saw, she looked kind of light skinned. That's one of Cheeto homegirls.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever caught the drift about Cheeto, but this nigga different.
Yeah, action figure.
The talent he bring around him is different. Anyway, appreciate y'all fellas for opening up as always. Just had this topic on my mind for a while actually. Once again, shout out to the Trill Elevation podcast and being so candid and giving us the okay to talk about this topic. And my man and his queen was talking about. Shout out to him again.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Appreciate it.
Facts. Shout out to the call. Shout out Cheeto, Walt. Make sure you go check him out at Walt Fit. Make sure you go check out Climber Fit Apparel.
Yes sir, yes sir. Can't wait till I get my hoodie and shit. Them shits be looking alright.
I need one of them bags, Walt.
Yeah, Dre need one of them bags too. He be doing the workout shit.
Yeah, I be on my workout shit. I'm not like you, but I be on my workout.
Yeah, that nigga just did a handstand down a fucking block for no reason. But anyway, that like I said, that sound like another one, fellas. We ain't again in that.
That's a fact. But make sure you guys hit us up. We want to hear from y'all. We want to interact with y'all. We definitely would love, if we get more of y'all to call in, have more of these conversations, get a little intimate on the podcast. If y'all want to try and set some of that up, make sure y'all DM us on Instagram at soheresthething.pod and on Facebook and Twitter at SHTTpod. And then, if the social media thing ain't your thing, email us at soheresthething@yahoo.com.
Yeah, man. As always, the podcast is available on YouTube at So Here's the Thing. Also, we are available on all digital streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, all at So Here's the Thing. And as always, it's your boy Dre.
Hold on. I know I say this shit every episode. Check out the playlist on Tidal, but today's shit was fire.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
We got a nice little mix.
Today's shit was fire, man. Yo, go ahead and keyword search. So here's the thing. Or if you follow us on Instagram, we usually post it up every few days to check it out. But this shit right here, bro. I fucks with y'all niggas. Stizzy out, baby.
Yo, it's 2. It's another one.